Oh, hello, and welcome to the new and latest John Agate YouTube video. So, what am I talking about today? Well, let's find out. Okay, so I am autistic, and I was told very early on about this when I was diagnosed. Now, this is a video on why I think it's important, in my opinion, for people to do that. Because, right, so if you may be saying to yourself, John, how can that be a good thing? How can it be a good thing to label people? Okay, so it's almost certain that a child is going to know that they're different from the norm. Anyway, even if they go to a special school, because, outside, in the outside world, they'll be seeing, why are there so many less children in wheelchairs or something like this? It's not like, so why is everybody look different at school or how they look here? Why is this like this, and why is that? And then obviously if you're in mainstream school, you're going to notice a lot, because it's going to be like, I can't deal with this, and then there's there's things you're going to notice about the differences between yourself and your other people at the school. And also, I think there's a risk that it could actually be found out anyway through overhearing conversations or opening the post or something like that, because, like, it's wrong to open other people's letters, but if it's something with the school, then as a child you might actually do that, or the school might someone that works at the school might assume that you already know or something. I think it's one of those where when you answer it's just too risky, and then you find out like that, and wouldn't be a very good way to find out. And I think also, going back to the labelling thing, you label yourselves with other things, like with really bad things like lazy and stupid and drama queen or something like this, and when actually the feelings you're having are valid and relevant to the autism. So I think for those reasons alone, it's really important to tell people. And then another thing I hear is, so people say, oh, but what if they don't understand? Okay, so knowledge is obviously, as I've just sort of been talking about, is power against all sorts of things, including the stuff I was just on about. But also, understanding and knowledge are actually two different things when you actually stop and think about it. For example, I know that climate change is a problem. However, I don't understand all the science behind it. I think that's probably like most people, really. We sort of know that there's this big climate change thing, but we don't actually understand. Certainly I don't. I don't know. Comment if you want, if there's other things, other examples of things you know about but don't understand completely. See, that just shows how knowledge and understanding are two separate things. So I think the knowledge, you can sort of say, if, for example, there's a younger sibling who's doing things, achieving things before the older sibling is autistic, then they can sort of say to themselves or think to themselves, oh, so maybe it's this autism thing that's meaning that my younger sister or my younger brother can do this before me, and I think, yeah, so that's a serious thing to consider, because obviously if you just go along with not telling, then you don't know who's going to tell who and who might overhear. Like the child, obviously the autistic child, might overhear, like I was saying before. And yeah, it's just all kinds of problematic to not say anything about it. And there's probably reasons I'm not thinking of as well, like, questioning all kinds of things. And there's a very good video on why not knowing you're autistic is harmful by neurodivergent rebel, and will link their video into the description of this one, because I think that's also an important watch to get another view on it, because that was about not being diagnosed until later in life. And when you hear that, I think, will be thinking, oh, I really should tell little Jack or Lucy or whoever, like this. But yeah, it's one of those, I don't quite, I get it why people don't just tell their children, because yeah, it's one of those that could really cause big issues, whereas telling them generally is very helpful, because people notice things. I think that's something that people don't quite appreciate, how much children will actually notice things. Anyway, that is my video for today, so goodbye.